Western or a polka. It has a little bit of blue rhythm that sighs. It has a meter that is tricky.
Oh, sounds like she screwed up there a little bit in the song. It's a wiki wacky wiki.
But when you dance it with a new
Deborah Noodleman is John Landis's wife. Stephen M. Katz was a director of photography on Animal House and Blues Brothers, so it looks like it's all the same people that work with him usually. Before those movies, of course. Oh, okay, and then those are the Zucker brothers, obviously, and Jim Abrams, and they wrote the Airplane movies. Robert K. Weiss, he's producer. So it looks like John Landis has worked with the same team for most of his life.
The popcorn you're eating has been pissed in. Film at 11.
Yeah, right.
At Argonne, we know that a country which depends on oil can't afford to run short. But conventional drilling is not always possible. Now, new ways must be found to produce crude oil. Here at our multi-billion-dollar refinery in Fairbanks, we're extracting over 2.5 billion barrels of crude oil each day from teenagers' faces.
Oh, okay. It's a good source of oil. Teenagers' adolescent faces, I guess.
Yet untapped natural resources. And here in Milan, Italy, an affiliate of Argonne has
but he said Fairbanks, that's a trip.
Oil from the discarded combs of local residents.
That's where I grew up, Fairbanks, Alaska.
And save 60,000 gallons of valuable energy.
Oily
Back in the
combs.
United States, we've developed a way to filter the oil from carry-out foods, an amount sufficient to supply the entire city of Oakland, California.
Yikes.
And for the future, the promise of capturing over 40 trillion cubic feet of natural gas has brought us to Beaumont, Texas, and this unique recycling method. At Argonne, we're working to keep your money.
Nice. So basically this is a sketch film. See, I didn't know that. I thought it had like a linear story or, a loose one at that, but this is basically, a sketch comedy film, like a Monty Python movie.
Welcome to AM Today. I'm Barbara Duncan.
I'm Frank Bowman. In our next segment, we'll see why school children are learning faster in Louisiana.
Why trains are running slower in Vermont.
We'll meet an adorable, furry Australian friend.
And we'll take an up-close look at the nation's newest safety craze, smoke detector alarms. But first, New York City teachers are voting on whether to continue their week-long strike. Ron Butler with local affiliate WILO is at the convention center now with a live minicam report. Ron, what's the situation there?
I saw that coming.
Ron, are the teachers still voting?
You also got to remember, it's 1977, so it may seem like some of these
trouble getting that report.
jokes are tired or old tropes or whatever you want to call them, but this was probably the first time they were done.
Feature of debate, Count Pointer Count. Once again, here are John Fitzsimmons and Sheila Hamilton.
Well, Sheila, I guess even you and your liberal cronies have found the light at the end of
It's weird, though. It's 77, so Saturday Night Live has been on the air for 2 years, and some of this stuff is very SNL kind of vibe. Got a point counterpoint thing going on here.
He has done his best.
The oil stuff reminds me of National Lampoon radio hour jokes. But this is 1977, early in the sort of comedy revolution.
Hurt most those they purport to help.
Why, John, you old stick in the mud. I've been listening to that horse shit of yours for months.
Nice.
And you can take that crap and blow it out your ass.
All right.
And for good measure, sit on this, John.
Fantastic.
We understand that the teachers have completed their balloting and a decision is forthcoming. Ron Butler, do you want to hazard a guess as to the outcome of that vote?
He's scratching his ass. All right.
Don't forget, your moon is in Sagittarius. Not the time for reckless spending. You Virgos can expect an untimely death, or perhaps a tragic dismemberment of someone very close to you. Pisces, it's a good time to pull the plug on that machine that's been keeping your daughter alive for the past 6 months. If you're a Taurus, see your florist. And if you're a Gemini like me, well, you can expect the unexpected. I'm Joyce Wilson, your astro...
Nice. See,
Thank you, Joyce.
it's kind of hard to
With us
clown
today,
this
Judy
because
Norton,
it's funny,
the San Diego
you know, and
Wild
so
Animal
like you don't
Preserve.
want to talk over it all the
Judy's
time
been a guest on the
because
show many times in the
you want to
past,
hear what they're
so
saying.
we
So
can
I
lightly
don't know if
say
movies
welcome,
like this are going to work as well as
What
the
do we
ones
got
that
for
are
us?
trying to take
Dad
themselves really
brought an
seriously.
Australian gerbil.
Hey, that chick right
It's
there
one
is
of
in
two that we've been able to raise
American
since
Werewolf in
captivity.
London. That's another John
Oh,
Landis
real
movie I
friendly.
keep forgetting
They're
about.
very lovable.
American
His name is
Werewolf in London, and he also
Yeah,
did the
Oscar.
Thriller video with
Yeah, Oscar.
Michael Jackson.
I'd like to get one of those for my kids.
Oh, they would make great pets, except that they
And
they
that
really
chick
do
is
need a wild
the
surrounding.
female love interest in
Yeah.
Is absolutely irresistible.
American
I
Werewolf
understand,
in
Judy,
London.
that we've got another surprise for you.
Yes, that's right, Frank. Now, this next fellow may not be small, but he certainly is
I'm gonna
cute.
fire up this
At
pre-roll
least
here.
I think so. He's backstage right now. I have to go get him.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
Right back.
You know, this is always one of my favorite segments of the show because I never know quite what they're going to be bringing out here.
Oh yeah, this is a good one.
Oh, look what they are bringing
Master
out here.
Kush.
This
Hello
is
there.
Dino.
Hello, Dino.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I love these
cute.
Yes, but don't let Dinos look for you.
1970s
He's
and
really
early
gentle as a
80s
lamb.
gorillas
That's the result
that
of
are in
being
movies
raised
that
in
are
captivity.
clearly,
Well, that's why
you
we're
know, someone
having-
inside a gorilla suit.
Is this a rare
They
act?
just look creepy.
Yes, it is, Frank. As a matter of fact, we're having trouble mating him.
You're having trouble finding a female for this?
Oh.
Well, no, not really. We've matched Dino up with several.
I can already
licensed
tell what's going to
candidates
happen.
on a
I don't know if
number
it's
of
just
occasions.
me, you know,
The trouble is
because
that
I've
all efforts have
studied comedy my whole life or what, but it's like I can see
I
these
believe
jokes
that
coming.
overall,
They're going to say
Dino
something to
here
piss
may-
him off.
May not be the handsomest suitor I've ever seen, but certainly a big gorilla like this.
Well, we're not really sure yet what the trouble is with Dino. It could just be shyness, the natural.
This guy's gonna trip the fuck out, I can tell.
What we would call impotence.
Impotent.
Oh, never call a gorilla impotent. Nice.
Okay, it's now 24 after the hour and time for a review of the morning's top story with Tom LeClaire.
Thank you, Barbara. Today's top story concerns a meeting of OPEC ministers in Tehran yesterday. An anticipated 10% price hike across the board for petroleum products.
Oh shit. Nice.
We've finally gotten through to Ron Butler at the convention center, and I'm told that our audio hookup is now operating. Go ahead, Ron.
The balloting here has now lasted almost 3 hours. As soon as the absentee ballots are tallied, we should have the result.
Ron, is there anything at all about a possible outcome?
Well, I thought all along the teachers would like to return to work, but being a Gemini, I just never know what to expect.
Oh, you got reoccurring jokes too, I can tell. People are gonna get hit with arrows this whole movie. Look at this guy. Whoa. All right.